So we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre first hands-on preview. Just gonna react to this like right away. Sorry, there's like a small little fan over there that's going through. So if for some reason you guys can hear it, then that's that. Don't be fucking alarmed. But
Oh my god!
Adapting the classic 1974 horror movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre into an asymmetrical multiplayer game might seem odd on the surface, particularly when the team
it
setup
does.
isn't the same 4v1 we've become accustomed to with
I
the
hope it's not
popular
too loud,
Dead by
chat.
Daylight, but instead the even stranger sounding 4v3 arrangement. It works exceptionally well in practice, though, creating a tactical, tense, team-based multiplayer experience that favors brains over brawn. Whether you're on the victim team of 4 trying to escape or the serial-killing family trio trying to cut them down, Texas
Pretty violent.
Chainsaw Massacre's tweak to the asymmetrical multiplayer format already plays great, and the 4v3 format is a great match for the movie license it's built around.
All right. I'm very curious.
Developer-publisher Gun Interactive promises more maps for launch next year, but for this preview session, I played a half dozen rounds in Texas Chainsaw Massacre's most recognizable location, the rural Texas house the film is set in. Victims start out in the basement, and teamwork is encouraged and, dare I say, vital.
Oh.
There are only a few ways out of the basement, and just
So everyone that is in this survivor mode, they automatically start up in the basement. That's something new. I'm not gonna lie.
2 ways out of the house once you get upstairs. In other words, there are only 2 ways to win. Yes, only 2, because the victims can't kill the family, but instead only stun them, further affecting the balance of power.
That's I guess that's something because when it comes to asymmetrical multiplayer games that we've all played so far, VHS goes out to being one of the only asymmetrical games that we can actually kill the monsters or the enemies or the killers at the moment, unless we do count Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And that game, it says that we can either kill the clowns or we can sabotage their alien invasion. So until that game comes out, but until then, this is another game that we can at least do something against the enemies. We can actually, hurt them, stun them at least. So we have I guess a farther chance on trying to survive. I don't know.
They can, however, slip through narrow gaps in the walls and duck under barbed wire traps. Meanwhile, characters on both sides have unique skills. While the cook can listen closely to unstealthy victims and add locks to doors for the family,
So I've noticed that like apparently like starting from the beginning of this video that when you're crouching somewhere in a living room, there was like a chicken that was inside of a cage, and it's like the more you're close to the chicken, the more alerted the chicken starts to be. It starts to freak out or something. So I assume that if you're not as close to the, I don't know, I could be fucking wrong, but like it seemed like there are certain things around you that you have to technically be careful of, because the more noise you make, the more you know Bubba and the rest of the family will be alerted.
making it more time-consuming for the victims to get through them. Connie, for instance, has a one-time ability to break a lock instantly. This can literally mean the difference between victory and defeat, as in my final round, I was chasing down Connie as she made for the backyard gate. Meanwhile, the Leatherface of the franchise is big and not the slightest bit nimble. But he can use his chainsaw to cut through doors as well as destroy crawl space entrances and exits so that the victims have fewer navigation options. I reveled in his ability to rev his chainsaw and how that's tied to the power of his attacks. Swing your saw at a victim without revving it and you'll do a bit of damage.
Oof.
Rev it too high for too long and it'll stall out. But if you catch...
Oh, so that means even if you're playing as Bubba, you can actually you can fuck up. If you rev it too much, you get too cocky, then you can pretty much just like, you can stall pretty much, and that means I guess most likely you have to you know, wind it up again while the survivor has his chance on trying to run away again. So it's like I feel like that. Okay, so far he pretty much just explained how Bubba's gonna be like, but pretty much everyone else, like the rest of the family members and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I feel like there's different ways that you can stun them, different ways that they can fuck up, and we just have to wait later on when the game explains more of. So this preview came out a day ago. It came out yesterday, I assume.
The sweet spot of the rev range, you'll get a one-hit kill, complete with a quick and grisly cutscene. Note that you can also turn the chainsaw off in order to move around more stealthily as the big guy. From first-hand experience, I can tell you that this is immensely satisfying. Also,
that is satisfying.
While roaming the house allows
right
him
there.
to very loudly induce terror into the hearts and minds of the victims.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If I actually see like Leatherface just running up to me like that close, and I didn't even know where he was, that would probably freak me the fuck out.
He is my favorite character
hands
so
down.
Far. Finally, the hitchhiker is the slickest and snakiest.
Okay, so there's the cook and there's also the hitchhiker. So those are the ones that we know so far.
Of the serial killing trio, he can get through those same small cracks and crevices the victims can, and I made sure to use his agility to whisk myself right to the front yard as the match began, turning on the gas-powered generator that powers the electrified security system guarding the path to the road. He can also lay down traps that are guaranteed to slow the victims down, either by ensnaring them directly or by putting them in spots where the teenagers have to spend time disabling them. All three family members are wise to collect blood from around the house as well as from victims in order to feed Grandpa, the non-playable member of the family, who acts as a sort of Sauron-esque all-seeing eye as the blood you feed him levels him up.
So, the more blood that any of the enemies in this game finds around the house or around the whole location of the house, even probably outside, who knows what, if you feed it to Grandpa, then you pretty much see everyone's aura. So I assume for a certain amount of seconds, it can't be that insanely overpowering. The fact that the whole entire game you just see where they are, unless you find someone and then it goes away, then that's even more broken. Because like you can pretty much just taunt your survivors and just keep running around, tormenting them by just revving your chainsaw, freaking every survivor out, but you know where they are. If that was the case, then that would be way more fun. But if it's just like, oh, you see their auras for like a few seconds and it goes away, that's like Dead by Daylight 101. So I guess that's like what I can think of at this point.
Shout and tag any victim who's moving in the moment he screams. And speaking of leveling up, there's a massive and persistent skill tree I didn't get to play with in this one-off demo session, but it promises to allow you to tailor your respective victim and family skills to your liking. I admit I enjoyed playing as the family more than the victims in my initial rounds.
I knew it. I feel like you'll have more fun.
To outsmart them despite being outnumbered. But no doubt, careful team...
It seems like so far... Okay, I don't know how the hitchhiker runs, but so far the cook is very slow. Because he's sort of middle-aged at that point.
Work and coordination will pay off handsomely for good victim players. Like when one of you goes to the top floor of the house and restores power to the basement exit, allowing their teammates another means of escape. Notably, too, victims are able to hide in dark corners of the house, in bushes outside, and sneak around quietly so as not to make a ton of noise and alert the family. As my developer guide put it,
that's
quote,
pretty cool.
Just leaving a door open can hurt you in this game. The sheer number of tactics
you can lock
in
doors.
play between these two starkly contrasted sides is impressive. More laudable is just how well Texas Chainsaw Massacre plays right now, despite its release date not being until sometime next year. The movie license hasn't just been slapped onto this game. Instead, it feels like an excellent pairing, and I can't wait to play more. For more on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, check out the uncensored gameplay trailer as well as the game versus film comparison trailer.
Okay.
And for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
Okay, so far, this game is going to be like a lot of fun. It's something that I don't really expect to play a lot of, because I think Killer Clown's kind of hyped me up a lot more, but it's still giving us a asymmetrical, not just a 1v4, but it's actually a 3v4, because we have so far we have Leatherface, the cook, and the hitchhiker, which is actually pretty awesome. From a movie from like the 70s, it's kind of crazy how they decided to get the licensing for it from like straight from the movie, and just decided to make an asymmetrical 3v4 multiplayer game, and it looks fun. It looks really cool. There's at least tasks and stuff, and I feel like this is gonna be a game that I feel like most likely we would be having more fun playing the killer than we are as survivors, because I feel like I guess if you're playing with a whole squad, I think it would be more fun. Or, well, I don't even know. I can't really say. It's kind of, this game is like has a lot going on, and once again, there's three killers. Can be, you know, you can play with your friends, play as 3 killers, and you can play as survivors, play as 4 friends. So it's just like, this game has enough in it as it is. It looks pretty cool. I would say it looks pretty dope. I don't really see that much people really talking about it. I just got alerted from a buddy of mine that was like, they showed off a preview on IGN, and I just had to check it out. So, but hey, that was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first hands-on preview. It's on IGN, so you guys can just go check it out. It came out literally yesterday, so have your own thoughts on it. Tell me down below what you want in this game, or what would be cool to see in this game. And I'll probably put my sense through it. I like talking on the comments with you guys, so just let me know. All right, guys, take it easy.